All right. Former NBA champion Jeff Teague says it's easier to guard Kyrie than Steph. They're both tough covers, but I'd rather guard Kyrie. At least you know where Kyrie's going to be. You're going to catch him right at the pass, wherever he's going to be at in an ISO. You look one way, Steph takes off the other, and then you got to catch up. He just causes too much havoc once he moves. He added, Steph is constantly moving, hitting through screens. You're scared of him hitting a three, so you don't want to go out there, but you've got to be locked in for sure. And I have to say, I agree with him 100%. Obviously, I have no history of having the chance to guard either of these two players. And this is purely off speculation and what I've seen with my own two eyes. To first start, they're both tough covers. Like Jeff Teague said, there's no easy between these two. They're both you're gonna have a full night's sleep when you're going in to play these guys. But Kyrie, like he stated, it's the ISOs. You know where Kyrie's gonna be when he catches it. With Steph, you have to be worried about him the second he crosses half court because he can legit pull from there. Don't let him get hot. And then it's easier to guard Steph with the ball than it is when he's moving off ball. Because when he's moving off ball as a defender, you have to be way more engaged once the ball is out of his hands because you know he's going to be running through a million and one screens just to get an open look. And the second you have a mental lapse, it's over with. He's open and it's three. And it happens like that. You can think about, oh, what am I going to eat later for dinner? Boom, he's gone. Open shot, three, right there. And that's what makes him so difficult to guard is because you can never take a mental break on the defensive side of the court. At any moment, you have to be engaged the whole duration of the game. So it's almost like when you're going into a game and you're playing and having the chance to guard Steph Curry, you have to be so engaged that you might not even have the energy to have a decent offensive output because a lot of players don't have the motor to be able to give that output. Be 100% engaged on the defensive side of the ball, trying to stop one of the greatest players to ever touch a basketball while still trying to compete on the offensive side of the ball. You have to have an all-time motor to be capable of that. So, hey, that's why a lot of point guards they duck Steph Curry because they already know if I'm going to be engaged trying to guard him, I'm not going to have it on the offensive side of the ball. So we see it, but with Kyrie is more so you can play tough defense. He's going to make tough shots. That's just the type of player he is. You can kind of live with Kyrie frying you. With Steph, I feel like Steph is going to give you nightmares because he's going to pull from 30, 40 feet, get to the rim, constantly be moving. He's going to make you question yourself or if basketball is something you truly love because he's going to have you exhausted. He's going to be playing mental tricks on you. And then you got to go on the offensive side of the ball and try to score after being exhausted on the defensive side. Sorry. I agree with Jeff Teague 100%. I think it's night and day when it comes to Kyrie and Steph. They're both great players, but guarding Steph, that's another level. Everyone can't do it. It is what it is.